Welcome to Celebrity Ascent's room 8158, Infinite Verandah. When you walk in the door, the bathroom is on the left. There's a low step up to get in. And on all the Edge class ships, the bathroom is very spacious. As you can see, it has a long sink and two sets of shelves on each side of the mirror. And then a nice walk-in shower with a door. You can see it has a detachable shower head and that you could use as a spray. And it comes with shampoo, conditioner, and bath gel. The Celebrity brand products. Some of the rooms have Bigelow products, like in the Sky Suites and higher. And it had soap, a little vanity kit, and shower kit this time. And beneath the sink is some tissue paper and a hair dryer. And there's a plug outlet underneath the sink and glasses. And this has an adjoining door as well, but we don't have anyone with us. And this is the thermostat. You could also control the lighting with your app, your Celebrity app on the phone too, and use this to turn off the lights quickly and open and close the blind and change the mood lighting as well. And then there's your temperature here too. And this is the closet. And below the coral is a little hidden storage area you could see. And you have the laundry bag in here and your Celebrity gift tote bag as well. And you could take that home with you. You get quite a collection over time. And it's more of a gray color this time. And there's no little pocket thing. And so, yes, there is. Here it is. So there is a pocket, little for smaller items. And if you're Celebrity Captain's Club Elite or higher, you get a free bag of laundry. And this is how big the laundry bag is. You could really fill it up. I usually just do things that it's safe to wash on high, but I might try this time to do things that are wash on warm and permanent press low. We'll see what happens. I did have a pair of pants that came back a little smaller, so we've been more conservative on our laundry. And here's a lot more room up here for storage. And then the closet is next to the bed and has a mirror, two bathrobes, as you could see. There are no slippers unless you are in a Sky Suite or higher. And you got some little shelves in here, little drawers, I'm sorry, and then a small safe. It's not big enough for a laptop though. And you have two hanging sections as well. Okay, and you have left hand and right hand tables, and on one side there is a USB port here for charging you could use, but there's no plug outlet on one side of the table. And then on the other side though, there are two USB plug outlets and an American plug outlet as well. As you can see, plug outlet, two USBs on this side. So you just have that on one side of the vanity table, or the table. Okay, so I ordered, this is a new thing for Celebrity, a 12-pack of water, and it's 1 liter bottles of Evian here. So it was not the cheapest, but it'll be less than buying a drink package. So these were already in the room when we arrived, which is really nice. So there's 12 bottles there, and we just went up to Ocean View Cafe and brought our own coffee. So this is your desk / vanity table here, and you could slide it in a little bit if you want to get it out of the way. Actually, this one's, it's stuck. The Edge class ships, you could slide it in. And then you have a very big sofa here. And this would pull out into another bed if you had another person staying with you. And over here is your desk plugs. You see a 220, two 110s, and then two USB charging stations, and with little holes where your cords can dangle out. And then this is your mini fridge. We haven't gotten it emptied yet, but you can see it's got Coke and some hard liquor, some wine. The water in the middle is from us, and then I added some of the Evian to get cold too. Normally we ask the cabin steward to empty the refrigerator so you don't get charged, and there's room to store your own water or snacks that you get from Ocean View. So this is the drawers. You can see they're quite large and spacious. And then here's your room service menu. You hang it outside your door before 2 o'clock in the morning. And here are the times you could get for delivery. And so the complimentary items are the cold or continental. You can see beverages, fruits, pastries, different kinds of milk here, cereals. And then it's a $9.95 service charge for premium or hot breakfast items. And then there's a plus a 20% service charge. So you can see the eggs, just bacon, pancakes, and so that those do have a delivery charge unless you're in a Sky Suite or higher, in which case it'd be free for the hot items. So this is nice to get your breakfast delivered to your room in the morning before you have an early shore excursion. And then the 4 free dining rooms on Celebrity Ascent are Cosmopolitan, which is more American style, Tuscan, which is your Italian, and then Normandy is a French, and then Cyprus is more your Mediterranean. We love the mezza platter there and some of the items, so that was our favorite on Ascent before. So those are all included in your cruise fare. And we have the Celebrity Select, where you could show up anytime they're open, and you don't have assigned times. They do try to sit you with the same waiter or in the same section every night, unless the course is full, and then you may be in someone else's section. And then your shore excursion tickets you already bought are available on your desk, and I recommend to look at them because there may be a change in time on them or other notes, so do check them and to make sure you have them all as well, so you could get tickets reissued if for some reason they were missing them, such as one time. And your key would be outside your room. So when you board, you'll need to show your boarding pass twice through security. We were in Barcelona, and it took us about a half an hour to get through the lines and security checkpoint. So you'll need to have your boarding pass out twice for them to look at and scan. And then when you get to your room, your key will be outside your door, and then you could use that to open your door. So this is the Infinite Verandah. This is our very first time having an Infinite Verandah. We've always done Sunset Verandas or Sky Suites. So I'll let you know more about the Infinite Verandah. So I'm 5'4", and I've been worried about how the bar would be, but I'm 5'4", and you could see here's the view sitting in the chair. So you could see out the window right below the bar. And then you have switches here. So these two on the right are for your window to open and lower it, and these do your blind. So I'll push the blind down one a little bit, and you can see it's coming down. If you want it to be dark in your room, and I push the up arrow to stop it, and then I'm gonna push it back up. So you only have to push the blind button once, and it'll keep on going until you push another button to stop it. So that'll be good if you do want darkness in your room. And then these two close they open and close your upper windows. So pushing the down button Oops, you have to hold the button the entire time as you lower your window. So the Infinite Verandah is really a window that slides down and gives you a pseudo balcony view, but you're really not outside, you're inside your room with the window open. So this is the Infinite Verandah with the window fully open, so it's fresh air all there at the top. So this is the top part, and this is the bottom part where you have double panes of glass now between you and the outside. So we are at the Barcelona cruise port. You can still see out them. The window is a little dirty. It's got some water droplets and some dirt on the window, so it's not perfectly clear. So we'll see what happens, but the captain can close the window when it rains or they're cleaning outside. So we'll see how much it's open and closed, because we expect a week of a lot of rain. Usually we do keep our balcony door open even though the air conditioning and heat goes off, but we'll have to see what happens on this cruise, and we'll let you know. So this is with it open. You can still see out. There is cool air coming in at the top, so that's nice. There is some fresh air coming into your cabin, and we'll let you know what happens furthermore on the cruise, how we fare. And this is from our travel agent, the American Express, so that wasn't included. Okay, so these are some of the Captain's Club Elite events on the ship. The breakfast is a continental breakfast. There's no hot items. So if you're Captain's Club Elite or higher, this is nice. You also get cappuccinos, Bloody Marys, mimosas for free if you're Captain's Club Elite during this breakfast. There's some different cocktail hours. The theater experience is where a couple people from the theater interview. You could do Q&A with them, ask questions. They could tell you what it's like to apply to work aboard the ship. You do need reservations for that, so call at the bottom number here to make reservations for that theater tour, because it has been sold out previously. And you can see the Create and Pour event. That's on the 29th, and unfortunately every time we're on a Ascent cruise, they put that on a day that you have a port, so we could never do that. So we still haven't done the Create and Pour. But the music and mixology is also a port day, but maybe I'll be back in time at 5:15 for that. That's a lot of fun. You get about 5 mixed drinks where they do a flair bartending show and make each drink, explain how to make it, and there's a live band as well. So that's a really nice event. Then you can also get a private departure lounge if you're elite or higher. So when you're in your cabin, you get a welcome aboard Celebrity Today. And one of the first things, of course, you want to do is do the muster. It's on your app, the safety briefing, then go in and check at your muster station. And here you can see for lunch, these are the places that were open for lunch. The Ocean View Cafe is open till 2:30 p.m. and it had plenty of food: seafood paella, carving stations, and fried chicken, Indian, Latin. It's a lot of good food made to order. Caesar salad, ice cream. The Mass Grill, if you want more hamburgers or hot dogs, that's on 14. And the craft bar, that you do pay for that. And the Raw on 5 is considered a specialty restaurant. You would pay for that, but you could go there for lunch on Embarkation Day. And then if you are in a Sky Suite or a higher level suite, your restaurant's Lumine, and that's open until 1:30. And you can see these are the times for the main dining room restaurants we just looked at. You could go for Ocean View if you want something more casual. And for specialty restaurants, our 2 favorites are Eden Cafe, although they have raised the price, so it's around $85 a person. It used to be $50 way back when. And the Le Voyage is also very nice too, but that is more money as well. So, but if you could get these on sale, it'll help a bit too. La Petite Chef is an animation they project on the table. It's a lot of fun to watch. You have children, you're young at heart. It's a lot of fun, but the food is not at the same level as Eden or Le Voyage, though. Some people said they like it. We were on La Petite Chef on Edge in 2018 on the maiden voyage. And I really enjoyed La Petite Chef. It's a lot of fun. But that was back then when they had a filet mignon. They don't offer filet mignon anymore. So the food's gone down a little bit, but it's still a really fun first-time experience. And the price they charge on the ship is less than if you were go to a little Petite Chef on land. So it's a good value then to try it on the ship. A Raw and 5 is a sushi bar, plus it's got some other Japanese food. Rooftop garden grill is fun, people say. It can be kind of windy, so sometimes it's or rainy. It's not always good for that. Blue is if you're in the Aqua Class cabin. You have access to that special, it's a special restaurant for Aqua Class guests. And of course you also have access to the thermal spa if you stay in an Aqua Class cabin. We mentioned Lumini if you're in a suite or sky suite. And here are the other bars that are available too. So the Martini bar is in the center of the ship. It's a very happening place tonight. And then our first party is the Chandelier Dance Party at 10:30 tonight. And there's one other party too, where it's kind of a glitter party where you shine the night, so you could bring shiny, glittery kind of fun clothes too. And this is the itinerary which we are on from Barcelona to basically we go to Nice, France, and then the Italian Riviera, different spots in Italy, and then back to Barcelona. So Rome is actually like an hour and a half or more from this port, so it's not that close to the ship, so it's an all-day kind of trip. And we decided we're just going to go and walk around that city and not go into Rome that day. We'll fly into Rome directly and then have several days there. There's so much to see. You can't see everything on the cruise excursion, so we'll do that separately. But this should be a really fun cruise. And you could see the bold days. Those are the chic nights where you dress up if you want to. It depends how chic you would like to be. But so you can see the sea day. And then on May 2nd, there is another chic night as well. So usually there's 2 chic nights on board, either the second or the third night. But you can see here's the second night. As we leave La Spezia, Italy, if you're sitting near the window, it does obstruct your view, the railing. But you could put your head down and see the mountains. But it can block your line of sight for the view. But if you scoot back all the way to the edge of the linoleum, it's a little better, and you have a better view. You get to bend down your head less, but this is about eye level for me at 5'4". Of course, if you just stand up, you could see everything. You can see it's a rainy day, but it stopped. But it's still good to have the window here since it is getting colder now. So it can block your view a little bit, the Infinite Verandah, but it's still good when the weather is cold and rainy, as it has been on this trip. So this is looking through a window, and this is looking with the open window. Infinite Verandah. Through the window. So here's the Infinite Verandah with the two folding doors closed. The top window of the Infinite Veranda is down right now, so you could hear the music from outside. You can see it gives a diffused light with the doors closed. If you push them like that, you could open them up. You push it, and it slides open. You have to have your chairs out of the way, otherwise you won't be able to open the door like that. So it doesn't block a lot of light, just gives you more of a diffused light, I guess, and some privacy as well if you're next to another ship, or if you're taking a shower and some ship comes by and waves at you, like they just did my husband. This gives you some privacy with the frosted door without putting down your window shade. And you cannot lower your shade up there while your window's open. You can see it. You push it, it doesn't come down. So you do have to close your window. So you push the button and you have to hold it down in order to close your window. Same with opening it too. You have to push the button and it stops as soon as you lift your finger. See, that way you could put it up and down part way. You can hear your neighbor's window opening and shut through Infinite Veranda, and I'm sure vice versa. It's not a big deal, but you do hear a little bit next door. So now it is shut. Every once in a while it gets a little finicky, and you have to just give it a time to reset itself. And the next one over is the blind. You just push that one time, and that blind comes down, and you need to make sure all the furniture is away from where the blind's going to come down as well too. So make sure that you move that. So we normally haven't had the blind fully shut when you've been sleeping, since we do like the light, especially when you have to get up early. It helps to wake you up a little bit. It's at 6:30 in the morning. But you can see this is what the blind looks like when it's shut and with the door closed. And the light there's a light in here too, in the little room. So you could sit in here if you wanted to not disturb your partner as much. You could sit in this little room if you wanted to. Perhaps if it was hot outside and you wanted to use these doors to help keep some of the hot air out from going to the rest of your room, you could do that as well. So you get your own little mini room in here now with the door shut and the blind down. So this is with it off. I just turned the light off in here. And so it's just the light coming from the room now, so you could turn the light off. So the room tour tends to turn this light on, so you have to remember to turn it off before you go to bed. So I just pushed the button here to raise it, and it's going up by itself. And if you want to stop it part way like that, just push the button again, and that way you could have a little more privacy but still see the water below and have some sunlight. So you could control how much light and dark you want with this big blind. So overall, we are Sunset Veranda fans. We've done only Sunset Verandas on the Edge class and Sky Suite, so we could get our own balcony and have the fresh air. And we've never wanted to really get the Infinite Veranda, but the price for this cruise was a lot more to upgrade to a Sunset Verandah, so we decided to do the Infinite Verandah. And we're in Europe here, the Italian Rivera cruise, and the weather has been in about 55-ish degrees and a lot of rain. So we have really actually enjoyed the Infinite Verandah and having this big window here. Really, it's kept so we can enjoy the nice view and not be freezing cold sitting on our balcony. I'm glad we didn't get the Sunset Verandah in this case, because we wouldn't have used it as much because of all the rain. We had some really heavy rain several days, so we wouldn't have been able to be out on our balcony. It was cold and rainy. So we actually were able to use it more, our Infinite Verandah, just sitting here, enjoying some tea in the afternoon. We did ask our cabin steward for a teapot, and he brought us one and some glasses, and we went to Ocean View and got some little bags of tea and brought them to our room. I did also bring some instant coffee that has the cream already added at some Asian grocery store, so that way I could have a little instant coffee in the morning before we got room service. And that's worked out well too, to have that cold, with the cold weather outside, to have the tea in the room and be able to sit here and enjoy the warmth and the view. So as I mentioned in the other video too, the bar does obstruct your view a little bit. I'm about 5'4", so technically this lower area here, it's about boob high on me as a woman. So you really you do have a lot of privacy when it comes to the Infinite Verandah. You can't see to your next door neighbor. For me, I can't really stick my head out very far to see into the next cabin or vice versa. And there is a little bit of darker film on the windows, so I'm assuming it helps to prevent seeing people right into your cabin. It helps prevent gives you a little more privacy as well. And I definitely get an Infinite Verandah if you're going to be somewhere where it's going to be in the 50s or colder. So this might be good for Alaska as well when you have rain. We did Alaska on a Sunset Verandah. We had a really great view. You got a 180-degree view of the back of the ship, and we actually saw more wildlife from our back of our Sunset Verandah than we would have seen it, from the side of the ship. Because as we were sailing away, we could see, porpoises jumping in the distance, icebergs floating by, and then also in Alaska you have mountains on each side of you coming down. So it's really incredible, the steep mountains on each side, and you have that really good view from the back of the ship. You would not have the same view on Infinite Verandah, because you only see side of the one side of the mountain going by. But at the same time, standing out in the Sunset Verandah in Alaska, it was rainy, it was cold, it was more like in the 30s, and we were freezing. I had long underwear on, a coat on, and I kept on ducking back into the cabin to put more layers of clothes on because it was really cold standing outside. So this would give you a lot more warmth with the heat from the room, and you could just stand here in your balcony and look out, although you may be able to see some of the wildlife as well off in the back. We've enjoyed the Infinite Verandah, and especially in the cold weather. We haven't done this in the Caribbean yet. I imagine it does get a little warm in here with this big window, but I would shut that blind during the day if we were out and about more to keep the room cooler. I think that would help. So overall, the Infinite Verandah is not as bad as I thought it would be, and I have become more of a fan. It's not the worst thing, and it did rain one night, some good thunderstorms, and they did not lock our window. I guess it's far enough out, even though we saw the rain. The captain didn't lock our windows, so we could open it up a little bit. So we haven't had a problem really, and it's been too cold to keep it open all the time anyways. But the times we have wanted it to come down and control it, we've been able to do that. So the captain didn't lock it too much, and then you can't open your window for the fresh air. And it does, you can feel the breeze coming in here. I wasn't sure how much of a breeze would come in here, but the breeze does come in, and it's been really nice. So if you're considering an Infinite Veranda, especially when it's going to be cold or rainy, it's a really good thing. And this little area here is nice to sit here, and it gives you, this window does make it look a lot bigger than a balcony, because you usually have a bar going up and down, you know, as you slide the window back and forth. So it is a little nicer because you don't have to open and close the sliding door each time. And then, you know, I also lock the door in the lock position when I'm out in the balcony, to prevent it from sliding shut or something and getting locked out there. And we also lock the door handle at night if we leave the balcony door open on a Sunset Veranda or a Sky Suite, to prevent it sliding back and forth with the waves. So if you were considering Infinite Veranda, we've lived to tell about it, and we've enjoyed it. So whether you want to do an Infinite Veranda on an Edge class ship, which is the Edge, Celebrity Apex, Celebrity Beyond, or Ascent, or I'm sure Xcel will have Infinite Verandas as well. These have been good. It's been good, and we've enjoyed it a lot more than I thought it would. So I wouldn't hesitate to book it, depending on the price difference between a Sunset Veranda and an Infinite Veranda. We've enjoyed the cruise. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Happy cruising.